What's up, everybody, and welcome to another video. In today's video, we are looking at case Foxtrot. This is my personal case, as you can tell by the orange color and the smattering of stickers, and this has all of the features that the main case Foxtrot has. So you can buy case Foxtrot with these different colors. So you can buy it in orange, you can buy it in I think gray and black and a few other colors, yellow. I don't know exactly what colors it comes in, but I know orange is one of them and black is one of them. Either way, this is case Foxtrot. This is my pride and joy. This is the case that I use every single day, and there are a ton of features. First of all, it can fit almost 40 Balisongs in this space. So there is space for 30 Balisongs on the top here, all right? And then on top of that, you actually have a bunch of storage underneath as well, and we'll get into that in just a moment. So let's start out on the top. So features on the top, you have a bunch of different Balisong holes on either side, and these can fit basically any size of Balisong. As you can see, I have a myriad of different sizes, including stuff like BB Barfly products, which are very thick, much thicker than most Balisongs, and yet they fit right in. You can see that they do a little bit of stretching in terms of like actually making themselves at home, but that is all built into the functionality of this case. The idea of having this thickness of foam between each slot is to allow larger Balisongs to slip in there cleanly and actually fit properly. So yeah, that's part of the design idea of this case. On top of that, you have 4 display slots, which is the most out of any of the cases that we offer, and this allows you to display 4 of your Balisongs. Now, something that I suggest doing is, this is a rolling case, okay? So, as you can see, it's got wheels on the bottom that allow it to roll wherever you want. Something that I suggest doing with a case like this is, because gravity is pointing this direction, I suggest having the Balisongs that you have in your display slots in the direction that gravity will be pointing. So I suggest having the bottom of the knife towards gravity, because if you have the top of the knife towards gravity, well, I did increase the depth of these to alleviate this problem. Over time, with enough shaking, they can kind of do this, whereas if you have the bottom of the knife that way, they can't do that. So just know that the bottom of the knife should be towards gravity. Other than that, you have this large open area which allows you to store things like a Torx driver and oil right on the top. And you can fit pretty much anything you can think of in this space, so it just means that you can have quick access to all sorts of small accessories right on the top of your case. Finally, there are 2 slots for your hands to kind of fit in there and lift this first tray up. So you can just kind of stick your hands in and grab the sides and lift the tray up. You can see the tray flexes a bit, but it stays relatively rigid, and so it's not too bad. Now, what I normally do is, instead of taking the tray out completely, what I will do is instead I will turn the tray about, 45 degrees or so to the side. So I'll lift it out and turn it to the side, and that gives me access to whatever I need on either side without actually having to take up more space than my current case has. So this is a very nice functionality. You can take it out and just kind of set it to the side and then do whatever you need to do and then put it back in afterwards. But for now, I'm going to actually take the whole top out so we can get a good look at the bottom here and all of its features. So the first thing you'll probably notice about the bottom here is this massive open area. So this is a huge open hole that fits a bunch of stuff. So you can see I've got a microfiber cloth in here, and then currently I have I think 6 different Vulp boxes. Yeah, 6 different Vulp boxes all kind of jammed away into here. So there's a lot of storage space for whatever you need in this massive open area. You can keep Balisongs and extra Balisong boxes or a microfiber cloth or whatever you want. On top of that, you have 4 Balisong slots on either side that are meant for keeping Balisongs kind of out of the way of prying hands. So you can keep your Balisongs that you want to protect a little bit more down there, or you can just keep whatever you want down there. It doesn't really matter. But you've got 4 of them on either side, which increases the capacity from the 30 on the top to 38 in the case itself, just in terms of actual slots and not in terms of the storage capacity in its entirety. You can fit more than 40 Balisongs in this case if you add in the ones that you can put in this main thing, but in terms of slots, there are 38. Okay, so on top of that, you also have a little slot over here. This is great. I have some of my bandage patches that I keep over in this side, along with some Teflon tape, so you can fit pretty much whatever you want in there. There's 2 little slots here that can fit all sorts of accessories like tape and stuff, and then you have a smaller or a larger accessory hole here that is perfect for fitting. So you can see I have a Benchmade driver thing, I have some KPL, I've got all sorts of small accessories like this Bally boot that all fit perfectly into this slot. Next to that is another slot that I have some of my stickers in, so I like to give these away when I go to like a Blade Show or whatever, and so I have some of my stickers just sitting in that slot. And then on top of that, to the right, you have another slot that was actually specially designed to perfectly fit Band-Aids. So this slot is slightly more shallow than the other ones, and it is sized to fit Band-Aids just perfectly in there. And the idea behind this and its positioning is that if you need to get to those Band-Aids, it's very easy because they are the first thing that's available when you move the top out of the way to the left. So they're the first thing that's right there. So if you instruct, you know, if you get cut or if someone gets cut and you're at Blade Show or something like that, it's very easy for you to go ahead and get to those bandages. They're available right there, or you could put a couple in the top thing here. It's up to you, but yeah, the bandages, there's a bandage slot ready to go. On top of that, at the bottom, you also have this massive hole right here. And as you can see right now, I don't have it populated because all of my Torx drivers are just in my house because I'm using them. But when I'm out and about, you can fit full-sized Torx drivers into this hole, and it will fit like at least 5 or 6 Torx drivers. So you could have a bunch of full-size Torx drivers, and essentially with this setup have a full tuning kit ready to go, like a full-sized one. You know, you're not just having to use these tiny little stubby drivers. No, no, no. You can have full-size Torx drivers fit into this slot, and you can have a bunch of them. If you put them in one that way and then like you kind of stack them like that, you could probably fit 8 in there. So yeah, this is one of my favorite features personally, is being able to have a full-size Torx driver whenever I need it. That's awesome. So yeah, that's the bottom. This is the top, and one other thing to notice is that on each one of these Balisong slots, we've got an orange color underneath. The orange color is used to kind of help you know what Balisongs are missing. So as you can see right here, I can easily see that these 3 Balisongs are missing from this side of the Balisong case. And that's very helpful when you're at a convention or at a Balisong meetup where you've got people that are borrowing your knives and looking at them, and you want to make sure that you know who has what and like what's missing from your collection at any given time. So this is a really quick way to do that. On top of that, you have some graphics up here. So we have my signature, the logo cut out with the fox head, and then you actually have the flipping fox graphic right there. So it's a fox flipping a Benchmade 42, and that is one of my favorite graphics, and so I'm really happy that it's presented right here beautifully on the top of this case. So yeah, that is the quirks and features of the most impressive Balisong case we currently offer with Case Foxtrot. I'm really proud of this thing. It's really, really mobile. It's really, really usable. It has a lot of different things that it can do to kind of help. And of course, it's completely waterproof, and it's from Pelican, which is like the best case manufacturing company. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, that's it for Case Foxtrot. Peace.